Metal Up World, this is CJ with Metal Motivation. This is a new series I'm starting this week called Seizing Opportunities, the Real Key to Success. This is the first of 5 messages which are being shown in my Life Domination online coaching program, which you can learn more about by following the link below. Seizing Opportunities, the Real Key to Success. What do I mean by that? Everybody has their different definitions of success. Success is some sort of, something that you achieve materially, something you achieve in a position, something you achieve in possessions, in relationships, or coming to some terms with yourself and your past. All of these things are put forward as definitions of success, and to some degree they are. But we all understand the basics of success. When you really fulfill and achieve those things which you desire in life, that is what we're going to define as success. But how do you get there? How does most motivational thinking say you're going to get there? I would argue it comes down to 2 things. I would argue that when anybody ever asks me, CJ, what is your plan for the future? CJ, what is your prediction for the future? Or they say, CJ, what's your 5-year plan? I simply tell them this: my whole life philosophy, my whole future plan comes down to 2 words: seizing opportunities. That's how I live my life. That's how I've done everything. That's how Metal Motivation itself was born, by seizing opportunities. Now you have to set this over against what is commonly taught as the secret to success. Maybe you've heard of the law of attraction. Maybe you've heard of mind over matter. Maybe you've been to therapists or counselors where they advise you to go back into your past and find out why something happened to you. Find out the pain, that moment in your life that shaped the way that you are. A lot of self-help gurus will point you inward. They're going to point you inside of yourself, trying to find something, picking lint out of your navel, trying to find a black spot on a black cat in a dark room. That's how elusive it can be when you try to search the inward parts of your own self to find out why you're failing, thinking that if I can just fix what's inside me, if I can just adjust a few things inside me, then somehow material success is going to come to me. That if I can just fix those few things that were programmed into me because of my past, then I'll really start to get busy. Then I'll really start to fulfill all of my dreams and get the kind of body I want, or get the kind of relationship I want, house, whatever the hell it is that you want. Again, it's focusing inward, thinking that that's where our solution lies, when in actuality, it doesn't. In actuality, real success, lasting success is achieved by focusing outside of you, not focus on inside of you. Am I saying you shouldn't deal with your past? No. Am I saying you shouldn't deal with your issues? No. Your anger, your this, your stress, your anxiety? No, you've got to deal with all those things. What I'm trying to tell you is that those things are not the reason why you fail. They're not the reason why you're not succeeding. Because there are people who have major issues yet are still doing well. Why? Because they seized opportunities. What happens is they found something outside of themselves, like a surfer catching a wave, and that wave propelled them. For example, I started Metal Motivation on Halloween of 2009. Prior to that, a year or 2 before that, I wasn't even thinking about doing Metal Motivation. I was doing something else. I was doing another coaching project. It was going to be something completely different, had nothing to do with metal or anything like that. Then, after a few happenstances, a few things that I saw, I put 2 and 2 together, and I thought, you know what? I could do something called Metal Motivation. And as soon as I had that germ of an idea, suddenly I could see the whole thing. Suddenly I could imagine how it could be done, how it could be done online. And you have to think about it. When the idea first came, it came in 2008. So social media really hadn't become the dominating force that it is today. But I saw how this was something, an idea that could be pushed online, because nobody's searching for something like Metal Motivation. Nobody sits down at Google and says, I wonder if there's a heavy metal version of motivation. I wonder if there's a heavy metal version of self-help. No, they just type in self-help, type in how to do this, how to do that. Therefore, Metal Motivation was an idea that had to be pushed or shared to an audience. It's not something that anybody was looking for. But when I got the idea in early 2008 and saw what social media was doing, I saw how the two things could be brought together and it could be pushed and shared online because of the power of the idea. The problem was this was not a part of my plan. Metal Motivation was not in my existing plan. I was doing something else, but I saw the opportunity, and when I did, I seized it. I changed all of my plans. Me and a friend of mine worked on it for about a year, and then I launched it, as I said, on Halloween of 2009. That's what you call seizing opportunities. From then till now, my life has revolutionized. My life has changed dramatically. I reach hundreds of thousands of people around the world, all because I acted on an idea, all because I took chance on an opportunity. Therefore, that's what I'm trying to tell you, is success gets determined by the wave that you catch. It gets determined by the opportunity that you seize. You want to seize opportunities. And this is a huge subject. So it has more to do than what's going on inside you. It has to do with what's going on around you. But there's a bonus here. What you're going to find, and you'll see this in the next 5 messages, is that you can get a lot of those issues dealt with by simply focusing on something outside of yourself. In other words, the less you focus on your pain and the more you focus on building the life you want, the more you'll see that pain subside. Much the same as a wound we can have on our arm or skin. You know, you have a bandage you put on it. It's not going to do you any good to keep pulling up that bandage and messing with that wound. Leave it alone, get back to living, and you'll notice the body will heal itself. I'm not saying you're going to be completely healed or delivered, but you'll feel a hell of a lot better about yourself if you are productive creating the life you want. You'll better get over the pain of the past if you're creating a future that looks like the pain of the past. That's what I mean by seizing opportunities. This is the real key to success. It's the way I do it and the way every big major accomplishment has ever been done. It's always been done by somebody seizing and exploiting opportunities and taking advantage of the things that pass their ass every day. Can you dig that? So if you want to get the rest of these videos, I encourage you to sign up today for the Life Domination online coaching program. It is 1 subject per week, shown on 5 videos, and it's presented in a private Facebook group that I administrate. So you'll be working with me directly, as well as a whole bunch of other people, committed people just like you. It costs less than 70 cents per day. That's less than $20 a month. I hope your life is worth that much. I was looking for a way that I could provide the kind of coaching that I wanted to do on a one-on-one basis to so many people. And the only way I could figure on doing it is to create an online version. Private Facebook group, you and me and a host of others that are just as committed as you, reinforcing, encouraging, firing each other up, all based on a video-based program for less than $20 a month. So click the link below, check it out. I'd love to see you there on the other side. This is CJ of Metal Motivation. And remember, in whatever you do, don't suck. Metal up.